Back in the late 90s, Carmageddon's open-world, pedestrian-squashing racing mechanics were fresh, exciting, and hilarious. And to its credit, the new Carmageddon Max Damage accurately recreates the feel, structure, and sense of humor of the original two games in the series quite well. Unfortunately, time has moved on, and Carmageddon hasn't aged well. It's not an issue with the subject matter, despite the fact that you're actively rewarded with points and/or extra race time for splattering citizens in its dystopian future world. Carmageddon's clearly not to be taken seriously. But in a post-Saints Row 3 world, there's no novelty to it anymore, and Max Damage's lowbrow antics rarely got more than a chuckle out of me. The biggest problem is that every map is enormous and dull. Wide open space was a revelation in 1997, but a chore today, when we expect game worlds to be full of interesting things. The worst is when a randomly spawned objective pops up too far away from you, giving you virtually no chance to get there first when cars are spread out across such a large playground. Because of obnoxious stuff like this, events simply take far too long, ranging from 10 to 30 minutes each. On top of that, every event is preceded by a painful loading time that lasts a bit over 1 minute, which is baffling considering these unimpressive graphics. The only highlights are the hidden random power-ups and the laudable car variety. The former are great, running the gamut from pelvic thrusts that launch enemy cars away from you to an anvil launcher that does exactly what you think it does. The selection of cars, meanwhile, is impressively diverse. We get everything from hot rods to monster trucks to my favorite, the DeLorean, aka the DeGorian. I wish their floaty handling were tighter, but when you land a big hit on a foe, it explodes them in a highly satisfying ball of fiery death. Max Damage's career mode escorts you through a series of those unlockable events on various stages. The best of the challenge types is a race that lets you win by either hitting all the checkpoints first, wiping out all rival racers first, or running over every pedestrian on the map first. The rest are good ideas brought down by the overly large and empty maps. Max Damage is a collection of ideas that look good on paper and sounded good in its Kickstarter pitch, but in practice, it would have only been an acceptable sequel if it had come out in 1999. For more on Carmageddon, stick to IGN.